Piano-Play-It.com.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another free piano lesson by Piano-Play-It.com. This is David here, and today we're going to talk about piano chord theory. So what are we going to do exactly? Well, we're going to understand that each piece and each song is based upon a scale, and that we can use this scale to learn which chords exist in a song, because the scale reveals us the chords that exist within that family, the family of that scale. So I'm going to use some knowledge about piano scales. If you haven't learned anything about piano scales, I suggest you go to the piano theory section and start going through the piano scales tutorials. They're all for free. Everything that exists in Piano-Play-It is basically for free. I'm talking about the piano lessons and the piano tutorials. So let's start our journey and learn something about piano chord theory, okay? I'm going to start playing the song Jingle Bells. Okay, now I want to find the logic behind the notes that exist in Jingle Bells. When I'm going to group them together in a certain order, so I'm going to start from C. So when grouping the notes of Jingle Bells together, I'm actually discovering that I'm playing the first 5 notes of a C major scale. That's very interesting. So I can actually say that Jingle Bells is based upon a C major scale. Don't know what a C major scale is? Well, let me do it shortly, but if you want to know more about the scale, go to the C major scale piano lesson in the piano theory section. But basically, a C major scale is a scale that starts from C going to C, and it has the formula of a whole note, half note, a whole note, a whole note, a whole note, and a half note. So 2 whole notes and a half note, and another 3 whole notes and a half note. So I know that the melody of Jingle Bells is based upon a C major scale. So now I know that the other notes of the scale are A, B, and C, although I haven't played it in the melody yet. But when I'm going to play the verse, I'm going to discover the rest of the notes. And how am I playing it right away? Well, that's because I know already that I have to use only the white keys. So now you know that knowing the scale of a melody or of a piece will help you to limit your options in order to play a melody within this scale. So now I know the melody of Jingle Bells, and I would like to know the chords of the song. How am I going to do that? Well, in order to learn the chords of the song, I have to limit my options as well to the chords that belong to the family of the C major scale. How am I going to find the chords that are existing within a C major scale? That's very easy basically. So if I take the C major scale, I start from the root note of the scale, I skip the D, going to the E with the 3rd finger, skip the F, and going to G, I'm getting a C major chord. So if you don't know the name of the chords and their function, I suggest you go first to the basic chord piano lesson in Piano-Play-It in the piano chord section. But for now, I'm just gonna take it for granted that you know the names of the chords. So the first chord of the C major scale is a C major chord. That's the 1st degree. That chord is called the tonic. It is the home base, the root chord of the scale. It is the most relaxed chord in the scale. Okay, when we go to the 2nd degree, because we are naming the notes of the scale according to degree. So this is the 1st degree, the 2nd degree, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 1st again. So this was the 1st degree. Now we're going to go to the 2nd degree, which is D. We're going to skip the E, go to F, skip the G, go to A. So we are choosing the range of thirds within the scale, okay? And we got a D minor chord. So the second degree of the C major scale is D minor. Okay, when we go to the third degree, we get E minor. The fourth degree is F major. The fifth degree is G major, which is called the dominant. By the way, we're going to learn about it in the next piano lesson, but this is one of the most tense chords in a scale. The fifth degree is always called the dominant because it contains tension notes that will take us from G to C. But we're going to talk about it later. But for now you should know that the fifth degree, the dominant, is G major. The sixth degree is A minor. The seventh degree is a diminished chord, so B, D, E and F. So we have two small thirds, right? B to D and D to F, and then we're going back to a C major chord again. So now we know which chords belong to a C major scale. Now I'd like to go to another major scale, G major. So if I'm taking a G major scale and I'm starting to build the first degree, the first chord degree, I'm getting G, B and D, right? Let's first review the G major scale. 2 whole tones, a semitone, another 3 whole tones, so I have F sharp and then G. Okay, now I'm going to build the chords that exist within a G major scale. The root chord of the scale is a G major. Remember that we played the C major? We had the major chord as well. The second degree of G major is A minor. Okay, the second degree of C major was D minor. So maybe we can already understand by now that the formula of the chord degrees of each major scale are basically the same. So if we have the first degree in a major scale major, it will be so on all major scales. The second degree of each major scale is a minor chord. The third degree of a G major scale is B minor because I have F sharp, right? So you can say that the third degree of each major scale is a minor chord. The fourth is a major chord. The fifth is a major chord. The sixth is a minor chord. The seventh is a diminished chord. So here I have F sharp, A and C, so 2 small thirds, and then we go back to the major chord, which is the root chord of the major scale as well. Know that there is a formula for the functionality of chords within a major scale. Okay, so I'm going to quit this piano tutorial in here, but if you want to watch the rest of this piano tutorial, you have to click on the link on the right or below, depends on where you're watching, and the link will direct you to the piano chord theory page in Piano-Play-It.Com, where you'll find the full piano lesson with extra information written, so it will help you out enormously. I suggest you do so because then you'll follow the free piano course I offer with many other piano lessons and many other piano tutorials as well. So I hope to see you there, okay? Bye guys. Piano-Play-It.com Piano-Play-It.com